Remedial measures. Management will continue to observe the budgetary provisions to achieve 100% budget performance. We move to Appendix 6, failure to control and manage markets. Cause of query. Management acknowledges the findings of the auditors and reports that the query was caused due to the cited markets not being established by the local authority, but by the traditional leadership on their land and being controlled by them. Action taken. Management started engagements with the traditional leaders to commence the process of gazetting the said markets to enable the council secure and manage the markets according to the Markets and Bus Stations Act. So far, the first engagement meeting was conducted with the traditional leadership. Chair, I would like to submit an error there on appendix. The word has been misplaced. And the second and conclusive meeting is yet to be conducted in the second quarter of 2024. Remedial measures. Management will continue to engage the traditional leaders on the matter until it is conclusively resolved. We move to Appendix 12, failure to inscribe assets. Management response. Cause of query. Management acknowledges the findings of the auditor and reports that the cause of query resulted from failure by the council to use recommended inscribing equipment. Action taken. The management engaged the Office of Equipment Maintenance, the department which handles the inscribing services in the province, to inscribe all the newly acquired council properties as indicated on Appendix 6. Remedial measures. Management will ensure that all newly acquired properties are inscribed on time to prevent the reoccurrence of the matter. We move to Appendix 19, failure to secure properties with title deeds. Management response. Cause of query. The cause of query is delayed progression of the process due to many consultations that are supposed to be undertaken, as 3/4 of the cited properties are seated on land that does not belong to the council, while the other 2 were planned for implementation in the second quarter of 2024. Action taken. Management planned to commence the process for securing all the council properties with title deeds in 2024 due to overlapping of activities that were due for implementation during the period under review. The council has planned to secure titles in segments to include all government institutions in the district to avoid repetitive work. For all the properties that are on the east bank of the Zambezi River, that include the first 4 cited properties that have been scheduled to be implemented in the first quarter of 2024, while those properties on the west bank of the Zambezi River, that includes the last 2 cited properties, have been scheduled to be implemented in the second quarter of the year. Attached are council minute extracts for the first 4 properties that were scheduled to be implemented in the first quarter of 2024, as indicated on Appendix 7. Then remedial measures. Management will ensure that all properties owned by council are secured promptly. For the land not surveyed, management will continue engaging the traditional leadership for authority to obtain titles for the properties. We move to Appendix 24, failure to fence the dump site. Management response. The cause of query. The failure to fence the dump site was caused by the delayed process for acquisition of the title to secure the land before development of the structure. Action taken. Management has started the process for acquiring a title for the said premise and has devised a plan to develop the said premise in a phased approach. The fencing of the dump site is scheduled to commence in the first quarter of 2024. And the remedial measures, management will endeavor to complete the fencing of the dump site in 2024 as planned. We move to Appendix 26, failure to sort waste, management response, cause of query. The cause of query resulted from management failure to sensitize waste generators, to sort waste at disposal, and failure to provide waste receptacles. Action taken. Management planned to provide the receptacles in 2024 and has budgeted for them accordingly. Secondly, management has planned and budgeted for the exercise to sensitize the waste generators to start using plastics to separate waste, as evidenced in the 2024 budget attached in Appendix 8. Remedial measures. Management will endeavor to adhere to the public health guidelines to avoid reoccurrence of the matter. We move to Appendix 32, failure to settle outstanding statutory obligations. Management response, cause of query. The query was caused by management's failure to pay interest and penalties which were charged due to non-availability of funds. Action taken. Since the operations fund were not enough to service the penalties and interest accumulated on the respective accounts for NAPSA and ZRA, management took the amnesty period for tax clearance and paid all the statutory obligations for the year under review in full as of April 2023. The official account statement for both NAPSA and ZRA for 2022 have been attached for review in Appendix 9. Remedial measures. Management strives to pay statutory contributions when funds are available. We move to Appendix 34, failure to transfer equalization fund to capital account. Management response, cause of query. The query was necessitated by the need to meet high wage bill for the council, as the council did not receive the total amount of the equalization fund during the time under review. As per approved budget, the council was expected to receive a total sum of 10,984,061, but only received 10,855,315 due to the deductions at source for Zulao and LASIF pension contributions for employees at the council. Action taken. On May 9, 2023, the council paid the sum of 560,000 kwacha to pay the borrowed funds from the capital project account, as evidenced on Appendix 10. Furthermore, the council transferred the total sum of 2,203,554.29 within the year as expected amount of 20%, which was for capital projects as summarized in the table below. Also refer to the bank statement attached in Appendix 9 for the exact dates for the transactions. Remedial measures. Chair, I would also like to submit a correction on the table on serial number 9, where we have the date indicated 3rd October 2023. It is supposed to be 2022. I submit, Chair. Remedial measures. The council will endeavor to follow the instructions and directives from the Ministry on use of capital funds allocated for the district. The transfer of funds shall always be done immediately. I submit, Chair.
Honorable Gamondo. One question.
For today or just now?
Just now.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. I take you to page 4.
Page 4.
The query is query B. Payment voucher without payees. Honorable Chairperson, I think from the time we started, this has become a perpetual answer that vouchers may be missing, pays are not written, and at the end of the day we just find that no, this has been corrected. However, my question is, according to the query, and I want to quote, during the period under review, amount totaling to 52,000 were allegedly paid for the procurement of stores and payment of subsistence allowances. However, the payees were not on the payment voucher. Yesterday we had a case like this one. Now today again we have another one. Now the question that I want to find out from them, why is it that the payment vouchers were not prepared? Why is it that they were prepared without the payee? And why is it that they didn't correct that situation until when the auditors have left? That is when now they've corrected the situation. Why is it that the payees were not written? And why is it that also they couldn't correct the situation before the auditors could leave Nalolo?
Council Secretary.
Thank you, Chair. This is regrettable, Chair. We were in the process of correcting the payment vouchers. Even at a point when the auditors came, we were still in the process of making sure that everything is in order, except we just needed to verify with the bank to ensure that the names of payees were actually the ones where the monies were transferred to. That is why we took long to also consult the bank so that we indicate the correct names on the payment vouchers, Chair. I submit.
Council Secretary, you are the last person in authorizing the payment, and this payment went through. You had no time to look at the vouchers. What is the internal auditor? Internal auditor? Did you see these payments?
No, I didn't see them.
You didn't see these payments? You were not there? When did you go to Nalolo?
2018.
2018?
Yes, yes, Chair.
And you didn't see these payments?
So they were just not presented for pre-auditing.
No, there is no payment that goes through without the knowledge of the internal auditor, because you have time to go in those files and check. So you didn't see these particular payments. Honorable, that's very strange. Honorable.
Chair, thank you. You have asked the internal auditor when or for how long he has been in that office. Maybe it's also vital, Chair, to establish as to how long the CS has been acting, so that we are able to interrogate these issues adequately.
CS, when did you go to Nalolo?
I went to Nalolo last year in May, Chair.
Last year in May?
Yes. So when we went there, that's when we were trying to normalize everything. So the entire management here was not in Nalolo then.
But the internal auditor was there. And that one is key. The internal auditor is key when it comes to payments. All the vouchers, the internal auditor should have seen them. So how did the external auditors, how did they come? Switch off your mic, CS. How did they discover that internal auditor? How did the external auditors discover that?
Thank you, Chair. It's just that some payments at that time, some were passed for pre-audit, but some were not. So this prompted me even to report to the audit committee over that occurrence.
Yeah, because you have pre and post-audit.
Yes.
So did you do the post-audit?
Even the post-audit, when I request for information, it wasn't being given on time. So at the time when the external auditors were coming, I had not conducted the post audit.
That doesn't sound correct. That doesn't sound like it's the truth. That the people that you have been working with were not cooperative. They are not working with you properly. Any information that you ask from them, they can either give you or deny you. When you have an office to run and then you have a department to run, and that is your duty to look at every document. So do you have somewhere where you complained, even you said you reported to audit committee. Do you have some minutes? Yes.
When did you realize that this was an omission? As you are answering the question that has been raised by the chairman, when did you realize that this was an omission? Because according to you, you are saying you reported to the auditors. Before the auditors came, when did you realize that this was an omission?
Internal auditor?
This one, actually, there is a report which I made to the audit committee.
Yes.
Concerning on the pre-auditing.
Yes.
So this report, I have it. And then I also have some information which I also reported to the audit committee, that the information is not being availed for me to conduct a post-audit.
When was that? When did you do that?
This one was... Okay, this one I did it in March 2023. The one that I wrote to the committee that information wasn't being availed was in March 2023. Yes, Chair. We were audited in somewhere around September 2022. Or 2023, sorry. Sorry, Chair, 2023.
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Chair. But on the same, when I look at Appendix 2, 3 payments which were done on 8th October to 3 payees whose names and titles maybe were retrieved from the bank, but the payment details, the usage for the funds is unknown. If you look at Appendix 2, page 36, there's a table here. The first 2, the description, it was fuel and DSA for the driver, and the other one was payment for internal audit workshop, DSA to Livingston. Then the third one stationary. But for pay number 4, 5, and 6, you didn't avail the reason for the usage of this money. Do you have the reason for payment?
Secretary?
Yes, Chair. The usage for the 3 payments are on the payment vouchers, starting from page, on the appendices, starting from page 45.
Starting page what?
It will be starting from page 45, and the particular ones are on page 51, which is reading being payment made to the above for interest and logistics at the Western Province Expo. Then the other one is on 52. It's also a payment for logistics for Expo. And The next one is being payment for tickets for the council for the expo. I submit, Chair.
Okay. Okay. Honorable Mwene.
Thank you so much, Chair. Chair, we have a lot of serious questions about these payments, but the fact that the person that committed these offenses is not the one in the city, there becomes challenging to even go deeper asking further questions because of that challenge, yes. Maybe I take you CS to page 13. You have these statutory obligations, yes, on page 13. 1,033,592.
Page 6.
Page 13, Chair.
Oh, 13.
Yes, Chair. Please, we can go there.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, Chair. This bill, yes, when do you intend to clear it off, and using which resources to clear off these statutory obligations? I submit, Chair.
Council Secretary.
Thank you, Chair. For 2022, we all cleared them by April 2023. The only statutory obligations that we may have will be after that period. For the period under review, we cleared, Chair. I submit.
Thank you very much. Honorable Sumambe.
Chair, thank you very much. My question is on page 10 of Appendix 19, failure to secure properties with the title deeds. CS, in your response to this query, you have indicated that you wish to ensure that by the first quarter you secure these titles for the properties that have not yet been secured. Do you have any evidence to that effect that you have started this process? Thank you, Chair.
Council Secretary. Yes. Before you respond.
I have about 2 questions. We have the properties. I'm sure this is the Civic Center, Moyo Market, Litoya Market, Likuma Council Preschool. When did you have possession of these properties? That is my first question. Were they recently secured, or you just decided to ignore? And also, all this long, when did you first start engaging the traditional leaders, especially lands that are sitting in the traditional land? When did you start engaging them?
Council Secretary.
Thank you, Chair. On the first question, we have council extracts attached on Appendix 7 that shows that we have started the process for securing the title, which is obtaining council minutes so that we present before Ministry of Lands for possible titling. Then on the second question, Chair, the council properties have been in existence from the time the council was detached from Senanga Town Council. And Chair, we regret the delays. That is why we planned to undertake this exercise in 2024, because we didn't have a budget allocation for the same in 2023. It was not on our planned activities. So, Chair, we have started the process, and we ensure that we have the process completed within the shortest period of time. I submit, Chair.
How much have you engaged the traditional
The traditional
leaders?
engagement, Chair, we have started engaging them we started in the third quarter of 2023 with a preliminary meeting to understand the history of the markets and the provisions that are found there. And we are waiting for them to communicate when we can have the next meeting. Then after that, that's when we will know what will happen forth.
Yeah, Council Secretary, you don't need to wait for them. You should keep on knocking. Keep on knocking on their door, the chief's door, so that at the end of the day, they can give you an audience, because it's you who is looking for that. We appreciate, but on the vouchers, I've seen what the internal auditor presented to the committee. That was supposed to be presented actually to management, internal auditor. Okay? Next time we present it to management, and the management should take. But what you have presented is what you are supposed to do. You're supposed to query them as to why they bypass your office, why they don't allow you to. As we wind up, Honorable Kamondo, I'd like to wind up on this.
All right, thank you. I take you, Honorable Chairperson, to page 4.
Page 4 again.
Page 4, Council Secretary, on the irregular use of internally generated funds. Now, I just wanted to appreciate this, what necessitated actually the borrowing, which you are saying is because there were programs for the CDF. Now, are you able to tell us exactly which programs for the CDF necessitated actually the borrowing of these funds? Which ones in particular?
So we are sliding, Honorable Kamondo, we are sliding into CDF. So CDF we had CS, maybe you can mention, though we are not, they are not supposed to bring it. CDF, we had the period for CDF, which we discussed extensively. Honorable Mwanza, as we wind up,
Okay,
one
just
question.
One question, okay. Page 8.
Page 8. Let's go to page 8.
Council Chair has an under collection of 826,672 kwacha on plot premiums in Nalolo. The reason attributed to this under collection is that the plots, the response from the applicants is not forthcoming. And they also did not collect a 300 kwacha from a traditional herbalist. The reason is that the certified herbalist had left their place of operation. So my question is that first, what measures are you putting in place in order to attract people to buy plots in Nalolo? And secondly, is have you found the place where the herbalist is operating, and have you collected the money now?
The second one is in Chipata. Please respond to respond to the first one.
Thank you, Chair. Responding on the issue of plots.
Yes, because for you to sell, you must have incentives, you must have serviced. So he's saying, what is it that you have done on those plots to actually attract, to make plots attractive to the public?
Yes, Chair. The year when we budgeted to sell these plots was the year when Nalolo was supposed to move to the new civic center. So these plots are held on the western bank of the Zambezi River, where Nalolo is supposed to relocate from the temporal office where we're currently situated. Unfortunately, we were not able to move to the new center, and we failed to sell the plots because it was anticipated that when all government officials move to the center, the plots will be sold. So we are hoping we move soon so that the plots can be lucrative to people, because at the moment no one is willing to buy where there's no government office operating at the said place. Chair, I submit.
Thank you very much, Nalolo, for making appearance. We appreciate your appearance. We want to encourage you to continue working hard. Go across the river there and make sure that development crosses to the other side of the river. At this time, allow me to withdraw the immunity that was conferred on you and allow you to travel back to Nalolo. Thank you very much. Senang, no, it's Nalolo. Oh,
thank you very much,
but
Chair.
I can assure you, CS, you switch off your mic. Can assure you that place where we were looking for the herbalist, he's still there. Who went there? He's still there. It's just that you can't see. As you should take this man when you go next.
Come to the moment that defines a season. It's the finale, and I want it all. I want all the goals and the drama, the tricks and the flicks, and the chance from the ultras. I want Pep and Klopp racing for the top. I want the Ancelotti eyebrow raise and Osimhen masking up. I want the biggest stars shining on Champions League nights. I want the fairy tale stories and the glory. But we can't forget football heritage, maintaining the balance. I want the passion of Serie A. I want the flair of La Liga. I want the Premier League. I want the football finals. I want it all. Reconnect to catch every match live on DSTV.
Are you ready for this? Abso-totally yes!
Get ready for a whole month of more on us.
Yeah.
Yes, from the 12th of April until the 11th of May, all DSTV Kids channels will be open to all customers.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Which means a whole lot more holiday fun for everyone.
Yeah!
More channels.
Right?
More shows.
Big time.
More of these guys.
Perfect.
And those gals. More of this and even more of that.
True.
All at no additional cost.
How divine.
And all you need to do is reconnect or stay connected to DSTV.
I have a message. Congratulations. I have a message for you. God sent me to you. I have a message for you. God has sent me to you. Listen, them say, them tell you say you can never be the one. But God say, make I tell you say now you in June, in 1 month, in 1 week, you will sing a new song. In 2 days, lesser than you will hear. Congratulations, you're in the glory of God. Congratulations, He has done it for you, and you will come back with a new song to sing. God is good. Yes, you will come again with a new song of praise. God is good. Oh, congratulations. 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 See what the Lord has done for you. Congratulations. God is good. Them say that that I can never be all that I see. I've seen that God is greater than that. Who can battle with the Lord? Nobody. Who can change his mind around me?
The office of Director General.
Good morning, Chair and honorable members of the committee. And good morning, Senanga. My name is Oscar Nyarenda from the Office of the Accountant General, Minister of Finance and National Planning.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members of Parliament. Good morning, Senanga Council. I'm Tikmoja Sembe, Principal Accountant at the Office of the Accountant General, Minister of Finance.
Good morning, Honorable Chair and the Honorable Committee members. Senanga, you're welcome. I'm Edwin Silwimba from Minister of Local Government and Rural Development. Thank you.
Moses Chuva from Clerk's Office. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Council Secretary. Introductions, including your colleagues.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Joseph Kanyemba. I'm the Council Secretary for Senanga Town Council. My colleagues will introduce themselves. Chair, I must also mention, with apologies, that my Director of Finance and Director of Engineering will be joining us shortly. There was something that they were running copies, but they'll be with us shortly.
Okay.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members of the committee. Good morning, permanent witnesses. My name is Lukonga Msiwa, Director of Planning from Senanga Town Council.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Maskumainga is my name. And good morning, everyone. That is the Ministry of Local Government, including the moderator and all the other people that are gathered.
There is no moderator here.
Sure, thank you.
There is just a chairperson. Very soon you are going to tell us the master of ceremony. Yes.
Apologies, Chair. One other thing I need to bring to your attention, Chair. We do not have an internal auditor currently at Senanga. So our internal auditor is the one coming from Nalolo district. That's where we're getting our audit services from during this period.
I've seen him coming back.
Yes, sir.
How do you run 2 districts? All right, that's fine. You introduced yourself a few minutes ago. Please go ahead, introduce yourself. And Senanga.
I'm Kelly Mwalizimba, Internal Auditor, Senanga Town Council.
Thank you very much. Honorable members of Parliament. Honorable Simambe.
Chair, I'm very grateful. Good morning, Senanga Town Council. I'm Singombe Edgar, representing the people of Dundumwezi in Kalomo Southern Province. You are welcome. Thank you.
This man. Please come back. Honorable Kamondo. Introductions.
I also run 2 constituencies. Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. My name is Elliot Kamondo. I'm a member of Parliament from Mfumbwe constituency in Northwestern Province.
Senanga Town Council, welcome to your committee. I'm Honorable Dr. Aaron Mwaza, area member of Parliament for Kaumbwe constituency, Petauke district of the Eastern Province. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chair. Welcome. Senanga Town Council. I'm Luhamba Wene, Member of Parliament for Mangango constituency. Thank you.
Honorable Simumba. Honorable Simumba. Thank you. Witness. I'm waiting for somebody claiming a landlord to introduce himself. Honorable Shagafuso, introduction.
Thank you so much, Chair. Good morning to you and the honorable members and our permanent witness. Welcome, witness, to Mandev constituency. I'm the landlord here in Mandev constituency. My name is Christopher Shakafuswa. I'm a member of the committee. Thank you.
Thank you very much, witness. My name is Mulunda Darius, Member of Parliament for Siavonga constituency, and I'm the chairperson for your committee, the Committee on Local Government Accounts. Witness, under Cap 12 of the laws of Zambia, you are conferred with immunity that members enjoy in the main house, that whatever you say during our interaction will not be used against you. However, if you mislead your committee, the same Cap 12 will be used against you. I'm on firm belief that you give us factual information this morning, and the information that will help us generate a very good report. With that said, let me invite you now, Council Secretary, to make your submission before your committee.
Thank you very much, Chair. We go straight to page 1 of the report, Senanga Town Council. Chair, I'm assuming we'll go as per tradition, where I read the query and go to management response.
Please proceed.
Thank you. Query number 1 is failure to cover waste during transportation, management response. At the time of the audit, the waste was being transported without being covered due to a lack of cover such as nets, tent, or canopy. Action taken, the local authority has since purchased a tent which is being used to cover waste during the time of transportation to the site. We have a PV which will be made available to this effect. Remedial measures, the local authority will endeavor to adhere to the requirement of covering the waste during its transportation to the dump site to avoid littering by making sure that covers such as nets or canopy or tent are provided at all times. Unaccounted for assets, management responses on page 3. Cause of query 1, unaccounted for assets. A, Toyota Land Cruiser JRZ 109. The above motor vehicle, Chair, was auctioned by the Ministry of Works and Supply, but it still remained recorded in the Council's odd fixed asset register. B, Toyota Hilux ABR 7512 and the boat. The above assets were transferred to Nalolo Town Council upon the creation of the new district of Nalolo in 2012, but remained captured in the odd fixed asset register, though it is indicated transferred to Nalolo Town Council. Part C, water pump, welding machine, and motorbike, FBH 358. The water pump and the motorbike non-runner was kept in the temporary storeroom, which was created to accommodate some store items, and no physical inspection was done at the time. D, digital cameras 2. The 2 digital cameras were purchased in 2005 and 2010, respectively, and became obsolete as they were beyond their lifespan. Then we move on to missing television sets at the motel. At the time of the audit, 7 television sets were reported to have been stolen from the motel on different occasions, and the matter was under investigation by Zambia Police, as well as staff disciplinary process underway. Action taken on page 4. 1. All assets that were transferred to Nalolo Town Council have been recorded as transfers from the old asset register. Necessary accounting journals were effected in the accounting records of the local authority, and approval has been sought to remove the said assets from Senanga Town Council's asset register. The water pump and the motorbike, FBH 358, which is a non-runner, are safely secured, and the point of location have been recorded in the asset register with the approval. Part 2, missing television sets. The Zambia Police instituted investigations into the missing television sets at the motel following the report by management to the police. One of the missing television sets was recovered within the premises of the motel as staff were cleaning the premises. Management suspended the assistant motel manager who was in the custody of the television sets at the motel. Eventually, the Local Government Service Commission has since dismissed the said assistant manager for gross negligence and desertion of duties. We can refer to Appendix 1 on the matter. Unaccounted for assets, the local authority will continue to carry out annual asset register reviews to ensure that physical verification of assets is reconciled with the asset register records. This will enable the authority to update the records of assets and eliminate assets which have become obsolete from the records. On missing television sets, the local authority has reinforced security at the motel by deploying extra council police officers at the motel during the night time. Other security measures such as erection of a security wall fence as opposed to the current wire fence will be undertaken in this year 2024. Management has continued to caution the staff at the motel about securing all assets under their custody to avoid disciplinary action to be taken against them. Management will carry out regular asset register reviews to ensure all physical verification of assets is reconciled with the asset register. C, the query is transfer of motor vehicle to another department. Action management response on page 6. Cause of query. Management wish to acknowledge the finding of the auditors. However, management wish to state that the project motor vehicle registration number BAE 835 was transferred to the Office of District Commissioner following the issuance of an instruction from the Office of the Provincial Permanent Secretary. We've attached as Appendix 2 a letter of instruction. Action taken. Management engaged the Office of the Provincial Permanent Secretary following the query raised by the auditors. The Permanent Secretary for Western Province has since responded as attached as evidenced in Appendix 3. Remedial measures. The local authority will endeavor to seek guidance from the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, as well as project financiers before execution of similar instructions to avoid the recurrence of such. On page 7, Chair, cross-cutting audit observation. And the first appendix is the audit opinion. Management responses. Cause of query. Management acknowledges the auditor's observation and wish to state that the financial statements for the year ended 31 December 2021 was qualified by the Office of the Auditor General based on the misstatements contained in the financial statements, thereon highlighted in the auditor's opinion. Action taken. Management has requested for the approval to restate the financial statements for the year ended 31 December 2021 so as to resolve all the misstatements cited by the Auditor General. The 2021 financial statements have since been restated. Remedial measures. Management will endure to resolve all misstatements cited by the Auditor General in the financial statements in order to have a clean opinion expressed over its annual audited financial statements. Appendix 2, Budget, Income and Expenditure. Management responses on page 8. Cause of the query. The unspent...
That's CDF.
Yes, Chair.
CDF, we skip it. Let's go to Appendix 3.
Failure to collect revenue. Management responses. Cause of query. Management acknowledges the auditor's findings and wish to state that the amount of 1,275,206 was not collected at the time of audit, was outstanding property rates from various leaseholders who failed to honor their obligation. Action taken. Management has been engaging property owners in a quest to recover outstanding property rates. A number of sensitization and meetings have been held to persuade leaseholders to settle their outstanding property rates. Management has since issued demand notices to all property owners with property arrears. Refer to Appendix 4 on this response. As at 31 December 2023, a total of 410,041 kwacha 64 ngwe was recovered as tabulated below. There's a table, Chair, showing the collections. Remedial measures. The local authority will enforce the provision of the Rating Act number 21 of 2018 to ensure all outstanding property rates are collected without any further delay. Management will continue engaging property owners in a quest to collect revenue from property rates. Chair, the next one is on Appendix 5, and this matter was resolved.
Yes, go to Appendix 6.
Thank you, Chair. Failure to control and manage markets. Management response. Management acknowledges the findings of the auditors. However, management wishes to state that at the time of the audit, 4 markets cited were under the control of the traditional leadership. Action taken. The local authority have been engaging the traditional leadership over these markets. The local authority have since providing to this effect commenced providing of services such as refuse collection, and in our budget for 2024 we've made provisions to construct sanitary facilities such as an ablution block to be done at one of the markets. Remedial measures. The local authority will continue to engage traditional leadership in order to come up with a lasting solution over these cited markets, Chair. Appendix 7, unsupported payments. Management acknowledges the auditor's observation and wish to state that at the time of the audit, some payment vouchers were not fully supported. The supporting documents were not attached to the payment vouchers. Action taken. All payments cited as not supported have fully been supported by relevant attachments. These are now available for verification, Chair. Remedial measures. Management have streamlined the filing system, and the senior accounting officer checks all the payment vouchers to ensure that they are adequately supported with relevant documents before and after completion of any payment. Appendix 8, unretired accountable interest 26,294. Management response on page 15. Management acknowledges the auditor's findings and wish to state that at the time of the audit, interest were not retired by some officers. Action taken. All unretired interest has since been retired by the 8 cited officers, and the retirements are available for verification to that effect. Remedial measures. Management will be reviewing all interest advanced to officers to facilitate their duties regularly so as to trace unretired interest timely. Management will ensure that no interest is advanced to any officer with unretired interest as per requirement of Section 99, subsection 1 of the Public Finance Management Act, General Regulations 20, and punitive measures will be taken against such erring officers. Appendix 15, failure to fill vacant position. Response. Management acknowledges the auditor's findings. However, management wishes to state that at the time of the audit, the local authority's establishment was 85 and had a variance of 20 vacant positions which needed to be filled through the Local Government Service Commission. The staff matters were dealt by the Commission. Action taken. Management engaged Local Government Service Commission to fill up vacant positions, and subsequently some key positions such as Procurement Officer, Director Planning, Assistant Procurement Officer, Socio-Economic Planner have been filled up. The filling up of other positions such as Town Planner, Assistant Director of Engineering, and Stores Officer is underway. Additionally, Chair, on the same matter, the said officers have since been appointed by the Commission, and they are due to report in the first week of May. Refer to Appendix 5 on this one. Remedial measures. The local authority will ensure that all positions as per establishment is filled up by way of constant engagement with the Local Government Service Commission on staff matters. Appendix 16, failure to confirm staff. Management response. Management acknowledges the findings of the auditors and wish to state that at the time of the audit, 2 staff were not confirmed despite having served their probational period successfully. Action taken. The cited 2 members of staff in the query have since been confirmed by the Local Government Service Commission. To that effect, we've attached Appendix 6. Remedial measures. Management will continue to engage the Local Government Service Commission on all staff matters to ensure that all officers serving deserving confirmations are timely confirmed. Appendix 19. Failure to secure properties with title. Management acknowledges the observation of the auditor and wish to state that at the time of the audit, the certificates of title for buildings cited had not yet been obtained. Action taken. The local authority commenced the process of obtaining title deeds for its properties. To this effect, the local authority engaged the Department of Fiscal Planning to conduct survey for all its properties. Remedial measures. The local authority will ensure that all its properties are surveyed and eventually title deeds are obtained. Appendix 24. Failure to fence dump site. Management response. Management acknowledges the observation made by the auditor and wish to state that at the time of the audit, the dump site was not fenced, as there was disagreement over the ownership of the land between the traditional leadership and the local authority. Action taken. Management has continued with its engagement of the traditional leadership in an effort for a new site to be used as a dump site so that it can be secured as required by the Environmental Management Act number 12 of 2011, or to continue using the same one after the disagreement is resolved. Remedial measures. Management will endeavor to adhere to the requirements of the provisions of the Environmental Act number 12 of 2011 as it disposes of waste matters. Appendix 27. Failure to provide waste receptacles. Chair, at the time of audit, 3 sites were used for dumping waste by the public without waste receptacles in place. Action taken. Management has procured 8 waste bins to be installed at identified strategic sites, including the 3 cited sites by the auditors. Remedial measures. Management through the Public Health Unit will continue to educate the general public on the importance use of the established waste dumping places to avoid the discriminatory disposal of waste matters in the district. Appendix 32. Failure to settle statutory obligations. Management acknowledges the auditor's findings and wish to state that the larger part of the outstanding obligation is historical debt, which soared to 4,712,704 as a result of penalties accumulated on some of the outstanding obligations, such as National Pension Scheme Authority contributions. The local authority was unable to liquidate in full to all respective authorities as it owed due to difficulties in liquidity. Action taken. Management has been remitting NAPSA and ZRA contributions in full as and when they fall due. To this effect, a total amount of 1,072,750 kwacha 68 ingwe has been paid to NAPSA, LASIF, and ZRA as at 31 December 2023 is tabulated below. There's a table showing the breakdown of the 1 million. Remedial measures. The local authority will ensure that it remits statutory obligation as and when it falls due. The local authority will also continuously be exploring other revenue generation options to improve the council's revenue base. I submit for consideration, Chair.
Thank you very much. Honorable Shakafuswa, Honorable Kamondo, Honorable Manzi.
Chair, I'm most grateful. I wish to draw you to Appendix 7 and supported payments of 100.
7 or Appendix 7?
Appendix 7 on page 14.
Okay. Page 14.
The council made payments to the tune of 143,017 kwacha without supporting documents. The witness is telling us that these documents are being found and are available for verification. I've gone through the appendices on this report. I have not seen the supporting documents, where are they? And how genuine are these documents that you want to give us now that you failed to produce to the external auditors? I'll start with those two, Chair.
Secretary.
Thank you, Chair. First, I would like to inform your committee that the Director of Engineering and the Director of Finance have now joined us. Then, coming to the question by the Honorable Member, the PVs in question were not fully supported at the time of the audit, and to which they've now been fully supported. We have since come with them for evidencing so that they can be verified that they've been fully supported. And I can assure your committee that they are genuine. It's only that at the time of audit, some documentations were not fully attached to the said PVs, but they are now available, Chair, for verification. Thank you.
Council Secretary, thank you very much that they have, and this is the difficult that we have. When I look at the queries in your report, all the issues were supposed to have been resolved with the auditors. Those vehicles, like missing motor vehicles, is in Nalolo, cameras are obsolete. All those, why didn't you provide evidence? Sorry to go to another question, but when I look at generally, these things were supposed to have been resolved. Because even these unsupported, those, if they were there, they are not fully supported, I mean fully signed, should have availed those to the auditors. That yes, the auditors, the query actually was going to be presenting maybe payment vouchers that are not fully signed, but they are there. But for you now, they are fully signed and they are there. It's not necessary. I'm just trying to add on what my colleague is concerned is, because ultimately some of these things we're not supposed to be looking at them. There was enough time, enough room for you to resolve every issue here, according to me. Honorable members, I'm not trying to water down everything. Honorable Kamondo and then Honorable Mansa.
Like you have spoken, I am just doubting the seriousness that Senanga attaches to issues to do with accountability, but I'm not going there since you have already ruled. But I want to take you to one simple thing, which is on page 1.
Page 1.
Page 1, through you, Honorable Chairperson. Yes. Failure to cover waste during transportation. I'm perplexed and surprised that it had to take the external auditors to remind them that is what they are supposed to do. This is a simple thing. Yes. Now, if people cannot do just this simple thing, then we get worried when we go to matters to do with the finances, because this is just a simple. Now, the action that they've done, they've told us that now they've purchased the tent. And they have been told which is available. Is it available for verification?
The evidence we have with us is a payment voucher, which we make payment. We don't have that.
Your mic is yes?
Sorry, Chair. The evidence that we have is a payment voucher, but the tent was purchased, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Anyway, I left my case.
Yes, thank you very much. They didn't carry the tent. Honorable Mwanza.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. Even though you have already ruled on these unsupported payments.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We still
well, I just want to find out why in your submitted report you refer us to see Appendix 7. But when I check your report, there is no Appendix 7. And this is a very, very important issue that you needed to clarify yourself as to how you, why you issued unsupported payments up to 143,000 kwacha, and you do not provide your committee with the necessary explanation or the necessary evidence. What is the reason why you did not put this evidence in your report?
Council Secretary.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Appendix 7, which is an supported payments, is Appendix 7 in the Auditor General's report on the under cross-cutting matters. The queries concerning these 35 payment vouchers that were not fully supported, amounting to 143,017 kwacha, have since been supported, and we've come with them to be produced as evidence that they are now fully supported.
Yes, but his query is that he couldn't find it. He should have, just before he submitted, he should have said, I have additional information or the addendum for item number, the item that is on the page that the member is querying. Should have given us that.
Mr. Chairman, I apologize. I should have brought it to the attention of the committee indeed, that I've come with me additional evidence on the said appendix. My apologies, Mr. Chairman, to that effect.
Okay, thank you. Honorable Kamondo.
I take you to page 3.
Pages, your mic.
I take you to page 3, Honorable Chairperson.
Yes.
Unaccounted for assets. We've been told the first one, Land Cruiser GRZ 109, that the above motor vehicle was auctioned by the Ministry of Works and Supply, but still remained recorded in the Council or the Fixed Asset Register. When I checked through these documents, I didn't see anywhere the evidence to show that this asset was auctioned. And I've not also seen the asset register. So I don't know whether this is the way we are supposed to adduce evidence or not.
Council Secretary, do you have evidence of the auctioning of this particular asset?
Mr. Chairman, yes, we have. I think it's related to what you guided earlier, that in my preamble I should have mentioned that I've brought additional evidence in form of an addendum or just physical evidence. But I've come with those documents to show that they were auctioned.
Council Secretary, I want to say one thing, that this same attitude that we are portraying before your committee, which has no other way that we can use apart from the raise fear, you know, where you are just not proactive, where just the lazy attitude in doing things. Because when you came, you have everything, you have all the bullets. You should have told us, no, these things are here. I was just telling you a few minutes ago, I was just cancelling the whole team. But the issues that are here, they are so, minor, that you should have resolved them with the auditors. Now, again, you still want us to be spending time here, looking for appendixes, looking for auction registers and things like that. Yet you have all that information. So what you are supposed is to give us what you have, and that's what you are supposed to do even to the external auditors when they came. Then the meeting is over. There are no issues here. If you have everything, we have the evidence. We ask questions, then you give us the responses. Because why you are here is because we wanted you to provide the evidence on the queries that are here.
Yes, Chair.
So, so we want to urge you, Council Secretary, and your team that you must be able to provide these documents or evidence to the external auditors to start with. Don't bring them to us, because we feel and believe that you are able to resolve these issues with them.
Yes, Chair.
So we charge you next time for wasting the local authorities' money coming here, when you should have done that with them.
Thank you, Chair, for your
That negligence is not only the CS, the whole management. Are you getting me, sir? What's your position?
Thank you, Chair. I'm the Director of Finance.
Director of Finance,
Yes.
you are the one handling money, bringing money, wasting money here, when there are no issues that you should have resolved. Musiwa, what do you want here? Thank you very much. At this time, let me thank you, Naroro, for making appearance.
Senanga, sir.
Oh, Senanga. You see, these people.
I apologize, Chair.
Yeah, I should apologize, because at some point I even failed to pronounce a word here. Because of you, Senanga people. Switch off your mic. Thank you very much. We appreciate your appearance. And at this time, let me withdraw the immunity that was conferred on you and wish you well as you continue developing Senanga. Thank you very much. You are free to leave, sir.
There were 59,439 registered cashew nut farmers in Western Province.
The situation as it is, I'm incapacitated.
The good people of Petauke, especially in Inika 1, where we don't have water.
This is now a serious risk on the people with Estezi. Last week we registered one maternal death.
Within the CDF, we can build palaces for all chiefs in our country.
Minister, when are we going to have money? When are we going to construct those people?
Catch us live on DSTV channel 272, OTV channel 28, Topstar channel 5, or visit the National Assembly of Zambia Facebook page. Parliament Television, bringing Parliament closer to you.
Zambia. Even saying the word is a multi-sensory experience. It somehow captures something of the essence of this special place in the warm heart of southern Africa. Take in the mighty Zambezi River, the majestic Victoria Falls that form Zambia's natural southern border, and the national parks overflowing with wildlife. Immerse yourself in the fast-growing towns and cities, teeming with history, light, and life. Then visit the vast lakes that seem to touch the stars and engage with a plethora of different ethnic groups, cultures, and languages. Together, they make up the intricately woven fabric of this remarkable country. To visit Zambia is to begin a love affair that will never be exhausted, and unlike any that you have ever experienced before. For all the superlatives that man has used in his attempts to describe Victoria Falls, none are able to do this incredible natural wonder justice. You have to see it for yourself. It is a truly awe-inspiring experience. Livingstone, once Zambia's capital, and the Zambian side of the falls have become a mecca for discerning adventure tourists. Peer into the abyss from Devil's Pool at the edge of the falls. Career down the powerful rapids from Batoka Gorge in a whitewater raft. Bungee jump from the historic Victoria Falls Bridge. Or fly over the falls on a flight of angels. Whatever activity you choose, you'll be left with a renewed appreciation for the sheer might of nature. Kafue National Park is amongst the biggest in Africa and is home to more than 130 species of mammal and more than 400 bird species. Enjoy the wildlife from a different perspective on a boat cruise or a canoeing or walking safari. For sheer density of game, South Luangwa National Park is second to none. It certainly lives up to its nickname as the Valley of the Leopard. The stunning Liuwa Plains play host to the world's second largest wildebeest migration and boast some of the most striking vistas you will see anywhere in Africa. At Kasanka National Park, you can view the largest mammal migration in the world when each November, literally millions of fruit bats cover the skyline as the sun sets. Zambia's bodies of water are as abundant as its wildlife. Although it is landlocked, this country has more water than any other in Africa. There are the long, meandering rivers, some of which are interspersed by waterfalls that are only narrowly surpassed by Vic Falls. Then there are the lakes, from the vast, remote Lake Tanganyika, far in the north of the country, which is one of Africa's Great Lakes, to Lake Kariba, Africa's biggest man-made dam. Kariba is an increasingly popular beach holiday destination that is strangely reminiscent of the French Riviera. Or for the best bath of your life, visit the incredible Kapisha Hot Springs. Another unique aspect of this remarkable country are the Zambians themselves. The country is home to 72 different ethnic groups and languages, all of whom have their own diverse cultural traits and traditions. One thing they do have in common: they are all unfailingly warm and welcoming. Zambians are famous for their very own special brand of hospitality, as well as the pride they take in their Zambian identity. Wherever you go in Zambia, you will meet people who will go out of their way to leave you with a positive impression and make you feel at home. So what are you waiting for? Book your trip now and enjoy the kind of African experience you've always dreamt of. Whatever it is you're looking for, you can always be sure to find it somewhere in Zambia. So let's explore.